So it looks like Twitter does not believe in free speech. A Twitter senior engineer admits in an undercover video that Twitter does not believe in free speech. Another great video brought to you by Veritas. Let's watch that video. Thanks for tuning in to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, part of GoRightNews.com. So, meanwhile, Dr. Fauci told CNN that he would step down from his position if Trump becomes president in 2024, as if we needed more motivation to bring back Trump. Thanks for tuning in to hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin on GoRightNews.com. Are you ready to listen to some videos? First off, Twitter does not believe in free speech. Another great video by Veritas. A Twitter senior senior engineer admits in an undercover video that Twitter does not believe in free speech. Let's watch that video. Let's do this all over again. Dr. Fauci told CNN that he would step down from his position if Trump becomes president in 2024, as if we needed more motivation to bring back Trump and bring him back quickly, right? Meanwhile, a preliminary primary elections are in swing states, Pennsylvania and North Carolina. They just recently happened. There's more primaries coming up soon. If you haven't voted, go out and vote. Meanwhile, all-time high of 234,008 illegals were stopped at the border in April. And Americans' top concerns are cost of living and inflation. Meanwhile, 23% of Americans approve of Biden's handling of the costs of living. Those 23% must be, I don't know, what are they, nuts? 33% of Americans approve of Biden's handling of inflation. Again, more nuts. Meanwhile, Elon Musk said the real president is whoever controls the teleprompter. There's a quote from Ronald Reagan a long time ago. Inflation, that's the price we pay for those government benefits everybody thought were free. A quote from Ronald Reagan. It's time to stand for America. So thanks for tuning into hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin, part of GoRightNews.com. You ready to listen to some videos? Well, we got a lot for you today. So,
warning, notice the social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, etc. GoRightNews.com publishes and shares news gathered by many sources, right, middle, and left. The views in these news might not reflect the views of the publisher or reader in the podcast. Keep this in mind before blocking, striking, or banning Go Right News from your platform.
Hi neighbors, this is Peter Boykin, and this is hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin. Check out this news story and more on GoRightNews.com and the podcast hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin.
Twitter does not care about free speech. A Twitter senior engineer admits in an undercover video that Twitter does not believe in free speech. This is a video by Veritas. Let's watch it.
So do you think there's a difference between Twitter's definition of free speech and Elon's definition of free speech?
Twitter does not believe in free speech. Elon believes in free speech.
What do your colleagues say about it?
They hate it. Some of my colleagues are like super left. Our jobs are at stake. He's a capitalist. So we weren't really operating like capitalist mode. We were very socialist. Like we're all like communist. I basically went to work like 4 hours a week last quarter. That's just how it works in our company.
But Twitter is like mental health is everything. Like if you're not feeling it, you can take a few days off. People have taken months off.
But I don't know the two parties can truly coexist on one platform.
So Do you think there's a difference between Twitter's definition of free speech and Elon's definition of free speech?
Twitter does not believe in free speech.
What do you
Elon
mean?
believes in free speech.
How does Twitter not believe in free speech?
Because Twitter wants to censor bullying and harassment. And the idea of free speech is that you can bully and harass people. And Twitter does not believe in this value as a platform because it's not conducive to a business. If you want to run a business, like even Facebook or Instagram, they don't want people bullying and harassing, like or even YouTube. They straight up any toxic behavior, they're like, nope, we can't have it.
For example, like if you bully a transgender, the right thinks it's okay, the left does not. Ideologically, it does not make sense, like because we're actually censoring the right, not the left. Because everyone on the right wing will be like, bro, it's okay to say, just gotta tolerate it. The left will be like, no, I'm not gonna tolerate it. I need it censored, or else I'm not gonna be on the platform. So it does serve the right. It's true. There is a bias. But it is what it is today.
Why?
They're both losing followers because the left is leaving and the right is coming back on the platform. The right that couldn't denounce the platform, they were like, hey, you know what, we're going to come back because Elon's coming in. They're basically, Elon has a new Trump because they had a leader. They feel more confident because how do people join platforms? They join because they want to look up to a leader who will protect them and give them safety. They didn't feel safe on the platform at that point, but now they feel safer now that Elon's there.
What about us?
Well, we'll feel less safer. It's just like a spectrum. Like I feel like when I don't know the two parties can truly coexist on one platform.
It was not correct to ban Donald Trump. I think that was a mistake because it alienated a large part of the country and did not ultimately result in Donald Trump not having a voice. He is now going to be on Truth Social, as will a large part of the sort of the right in the United States, and so I think this could end up being, frankly, worse than having a single forum where everyone can debate.
What do your colleagues say about it?
They hate it. Oh my god, I'm at least like okay with it, but some of my colleagues are like super left.
What do they say?
They're like, this will be my last day if it happens. So,
Has much changed since like Elon's coming out?
a lot has changed. A lot has changed. Like we're stress eating a lot. Like we're all like worried for our jobs.
Why are you guys so worried though?
You know, our jobs are at stake. He's a capitalist. So we weren't really operating like capitalist mode. We were like very socialist. Like we're all like commie as.
Like I started working for Twitter and became left. I think it's just like the environment. Like you're there, you become like this commie. They call it California for some reason. Elon makes some good points. Sometimes I'm slowly starting to buy his side a little bit. We tried our best, but
How so?
we did all we could to like revolt against it. A lot of employees revolted against it, but at the end of the day, board of directors had the say, and then they acted on their best interest because they didn't want to get sued. Because if they get sued, their families are at stake. They're just always looking out for themselves at the end of the day, right? And they looked out for themselves as they should, their families. And they made the choice that they had to make. They literally couldn't make any other choice. Because if they had denied the offer from Elon, shareholders could have filed a lawsuit against them and depleted them of their wealth personally. Like whatever they wealth they had. So their quality of life decreases. I basically went to work like 4 hours a week last quarter. That's just how it works in our company.
Yeah.
But I've started putting in more hours because I want to get promoted.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like because of inflation, my buying power has like reduced a little bit, and I want to get promoted so that like they inflate your salary a little, like they increase your salary by a lot when you get promoted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sure, let me just try for it right now.
How would you describe communism besides Twitter?
Not just like a phrase, but essentially like everyone gets to do whatever they want. No one really cares about like OpEx, like capitalists don't care about numbers, don't care about like how to make the business more efficient. But in Twitter, it's like mental health is everything. Like if you're not feeling it, you can take a few days off. People have taken months off, they'll come back. But you always like do your best at any time, and that's the culture. And we'll run the business as much as possible, but at the same time, like the profits are a lot. Capitalists would be like, you gotta generate profits or you're out. A lot of people look at survival as culture. A lot of companies don't call it culture.
Wow, I am all for police handling thieves like this. Let's watch this video. Make policing great again.
Hey, yes we are. Oh! I'm a little taser, man! Taser ass, man! I can tell that something's wrong. Taser ass, I'm a little thrown off today. There's something going on inside me. I'm a little bit just stop, man, just stop. A little bit off today. Fucking up. Oh! No, you need to change it. You gonna have to. Damn, all that shit. You gotta have my head cut. Ooh. Look, man. It was only right. I can't even be mad at the cop. I can't even be mad at him.
Meanwhile, an enormous group of illegals was captured on drone footage crossing the border into private property in Texas. Look at this.
Clap your hands like a real caballero. Join the fly through your heart like an arrow. As we're dancing this Mexican dance. Move your feet and put on your sombrero. Clap your hands like a real caballero. Joy will fly through your heart like an arrow. As we're dancing this Mexican dance. Tomorrow we'll dance on the ceiling. Tonight we'll dance on the floor. And now is the right time for dreaming. Let's party like never before. Move your feet and put on your sombrero. Clap your hands like a real caballero. Joy will fly through your heart like an arrow. As we're dancing this Mexican dance.
So Justice Clarence Thomas had a good laugh at the expense of the left-wing media. Quote, I will absolutely leave the court when I do my job as poorly as you do yours. Wow. Let's watch this video.
One of the things I say in response to the media is when they talk about, or especially early on, about the way I did my job, I said, I will absolutely leave the court when I do my job as poorly as you do yours. And that was meant as a compliment, really.
I think we've neglected this side of the room.
Oh, gosh.
All the way over here, yes.
It really is good to be me. It really is.
Very quick.
So the new White House press secretary is already a disaster. Here's a compilation of her non-answers from her first day at the podium. Karine Jean-Pierre's first disastrous press briefing in 82 seconds. A lot of talking, but no answers. Let's watch.
I have not seen that specific data that you're speaking of, so I don't have an update on that. I will have to check in with our team to see if we have something to share. I just don't have an update, but I understand the question. No, it's a very good question. I don't have an update on that. I'm happy to go back and get that. I don't have anything specific on that. I don't have. It's not my place from here, this podium. So I don't have any update for you on that. Can you say that again? What came back? I don't have a timeline on that. So are you talking about a specific tweet? I don't want to get ahead of what he's going to say. As soon as we have that, we'll promise to share. Well, I think they will be happening. I don't have any update for you on that. I don't have anything specific for you to point to. As soon as we have an update, I promise to share that. I don't have any list in front of me to read out to you. I don't have any information about if anyone's on the plan. That particular data I have not seen yet, so I would need to check in with our team. Again, I can go back to our team and figure that out. I have no update on the DPA and where we are. Again, that I would just going to have to check with our team. I've not seen that report, but I'll check in with our team on that. I don't have a conversation or a call to preview for you. Don't have anything for you to preview or to confirm, and so I'll do that. I'll check in with the team, but I just don't have anything new on that. I don't have anything new to share.
So thanks for tuning in to #GoRight with Peter Boykin. And remember, each month, Go Right News spends hundreds of dollars and hours to run the site and the podcast with no sponsors or ads, and this comes out of our pockets. If you like what you see, consider donating to the podcast. Thanks. Go to GoRightNews.com. Please share this. God bless everybody. Peace.
It's time to join the Go Right movement. It is time to #Go Right for America. Join us at GoRight.us and GoRightNews.com. It is time for the Great American Revival, and it is time to #Go Right for America.
Thanks again, everybody, for listening to this, and please share it everywhere. Again, this has been #GoRight with Peter Boykin, a part of GoRightNews.com and a part of the Go Right Network.